this one, I actually didn't think it was going to be that big of news.
I didn't know about this. This is all you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be that. Me. I didn't think it was gonna be that big of news, because I was like, oh, I really like that actor and he's cast in it. But then I did some digging, and obviously it's Marvel. I did some research, and all of a sudden I found 6 million things that could be amazing. So they hired Graham Greene. For those of you who don't know, Graham Greene is a Native American actor who is incredible. If you see his face, I guarantee you say like, oh, I've seen him in something before.
Oh, he definitely fits the like friend of the father. Yeah.
Graham Greene, like I said, he's Native American. There is a character in the Echo comic book series, and Graham Greene was cast in Echo in an unnamed role. Well, in the Echo comic book series, after a lot of the events that happened in Hawkeye that kind of match up in the comic book series, Echo goes to visit the Chief. The Chief is a friend of her father's. Yeah. I think Graham Greene is going to be playing the Chief because he's supposed to be a Native American who is older. And I was like, this is just perfect. You hired a great actor to play a prominent role who you can put in as much or as little as you want in this show. It happens. She visits the Chief after she shoots Kingpin in the face in the comics. There's a lot of stuff that happened before that didn't happen. Like in the comics, before she shoots Kingpin in the face, she had fallen in love with Matt Murdock.
Who doesn't? I mean, honestly.
And she didn't know that Matt Murdock was Daredevil in her whole life. She wanted to kill Daredevil, and at one point she does defeat Daredevil, was going to kill him, and then takes off his mask, realizes it's Matt, and her whole world changed. A whole lot of stuff happened before shooting Kingpin in the face that didn't happen. The things that did mesh up here were she shot Kingpin in the face. Now she doesn't know what to do. She's going to go visit the Chief because her whole world flipped upside down. She wants to find more information about her father and that sort of thing. I think that's next. The show is going to open with her with the Chief trying to decide her next path in life. In the comic book series, the Chief advises her he gives her advice on what to do next. Sure. One of the things that she does is goes out and she's like, while in this search, this path of new life, she meets Wolverine, which I'm not sure if that's gonna happen.
Yeah, it might be a little too early for that.
But Wolverine teaches her about the Yakuza and the Asian organized crime, and it's there after she learns about Asian organized crime where she's offered to join the Young Avengers, and she declines and takes on the name of Ronin, which obviously we can see with Hawkeye and that sort of thing. That storyline is a little bit messy.
Yeah, I can see them doing Echo. Obviously, Echo is going to be a series probably before Daredevil season 4. I can definitely see her going toe-to-toe with Daredevil.
Well, and that's the thing is Daredevil keeps beating her, and then she realizes his weakness because that's her specialty is recognizing weaknesses in the people she fights, and she fights him in a place that's loud and boisterous, so he can't use his powers.
Right, and she's deaf, right? So she's not going to hear anything either.
And the comic book describes it as she handily beats him, where it's not even a match because he can't use his abilities.
In a regular setting, Netflix Daredevil would stomp her.
Right, and that's the thing. She loses multiple times in the comic books too. But and it's that after she becomes Ronin, that's where the comic books just go crazy with her. After adopting the name of Ronin, she gets defeated in multiple different scenarios. She helps the Avengers kind of, but then her whole then she becomes she goes on a quest to take on Kingpin, who's made his way back after reconstructive eye surgery. And then there's a point where she's part of World War Hulk, which we know is a thing
probably coming
out. She's one of the people that Hulk destroys on his way to getting Doctor Strange. Sure. Her job is being one of the people to protect Doctor Strange along with Hawkeye and somebody else. Sure. And it was during that she falls in love with Hawkeye, which we know is not going to happen in this show because the age difference is all they've made it clear Hawkeye is going to have a happy family. So we know that storyline's not. The next storyline that happens is she becomes the new Phoenix in the comic books. So I don't think any of that's going to happen.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And she becomes the Phoenix because she gets a piece of the Phoenix in her and has to fight. She fights Namor, and Namor destroys her. Yeah. But the fact that
she seems to lose a lot.
She gets destroyed a lot in the comics. It's her refusal to give up and die. The Phoenix decides to choose her as the permanent vessel. She becomes the new Phoenix. I don't think any of that's going to happen. Graham Greene, however, getting cast, I do think means they plan on following some comic book storyline with her. I think he's 100% going to be the Chief, which is the name in the comic book. They might give him a name just because they probably don't want to like to be offensive, and some people might get offended with that name. Offensed. But I do think that she is going to potentially be show up in Daredevil at some point. Yeah. Because she's the one that puts the white hand on her face. Oh yeah, she joins up to fight and defeat Elektra at one point too. Okay, yeah, she's very similar. I'm getting more Elektra vibes from her, but Elektra is obviously worse. Yeah, Elektra takes over and becomes the leader of the Hand, and she's part of the people to help defeat the Hand. Sure. I just thought that was big. Like I thought originally, I was like, oh, Graham Greene, that's an awesome actor, and then I was like, let's look into this. What are some characters in Echo really good that he could play? Really I think he's going to be the Chief.